In this video, we are going over how to simplify your life and be happy. I'm going to be giving you some mindsets and also some strategies that are going to help you do this in a relatively short amount of time. That's coming up next. What's up guys, my name is Dave and this is HeartSpace. Well, not this, but the channel you're watching this video on is definitely HeartSpace. And on this channel, we release videos every single day that are designed to help you unchain your potential and live life more in your way. And so if that's interesting to you, if that's something you want and you want videos that are gonna help you do that, then hit that subscribe button and bell icon. Now in this video, I wanna go over some ideas that are gonna help you to simplify your life and be more happy. You know, there's been a huge trend of minimalism in the last few years with people stating and claiming and giving basically testimonials on this school of thought of how much happier it has made them. And there actually is a lot to back this up. And so I'm going to be going over how you can simplify your life and why simplifying your life is going to lead you to more happiness. You see, at the end of the day, everything you need in life to be happy is absolutely free and available to you at all times. The problem with giving our happiness to outside things is that we attach ourselves to them. And when we don't have those outside things, and let's be honest, most people are the have-nots, not the haves when it comes to material possessions in which you want. If you do that, attach yourself to these outside things, you're always going to be wanting. And as someone who has actually had plenty of things, I can tell you that when you try and derive happiness from things, from people, from anything outside of you, money, there's always a point of wanting more. I don't care if you want to, say, make it to financial independence and then you'll be like, you're happy. You won't be. You'll make it to financial independence and you'll be like, I want financial abundance. Then you'll want 6 figures a year. Then you'll want $1 million. And still then you will not be satisfied because, or happy, satisfied is a different thing, but happy because when you put your happiness, root your happiness in external results and external things, that is a game that never ends. That is a game that never actually leads to happiness. It leads to momentary, temporary highs, and then you are continuously chasing the new high. You hit 6 figures, 100,000 a year, boom, that's a high. You'll feel a little, you'll feel good about that, accomplished for a little bit, but then you'll need that next high, $1 million, boom, and so on. It doesn't matter. You can relate this to things. You can relate it to anything else. You're always going to be chasing that high when you are on the track, on the hamster wheel of achievement. One of my mentors who works with some of the most financially abundant people in the world, businessmen, or at least he used to, said that he knew someone he worked with who was worth $700 million. That's an insane amount of money, $700 million. Just imagine yourself with $700 million. And he said this guy was one of the most miserable that he'd ever met. Do you know why he was miserable? Because he wasn't worth $1 billion. Now, from our perspective, that seems ridiculous because we don't have the experience of having $700 million. But it doesn't matter because, again, on the hamster wheel of achievement, you are always spinning that wheel. And it doesn't matter what you achieve, you're always going to want to achieve more. And there's nothing wrong with achievement, by the way, but there is a problem when you derive your happiness from achievement. It should be your achievements come from happiness, not happiness comes from achievements. The formula is backwards. When you are happy, you will achieve, and you will also achieve things that you truly want, not things that other people think you should have, not doing things to impress people. When you come from the place of happiness first, when you come from the place of worthiness, that you're already loved, that you're already worthy first, the things you actually achieve are going to be so much sweeter because they're going to come from a good foundation. They're going to come from a place of, you know what? It was nice to achieve this thing, but even if I didn't achieve this thing, I'd still be happy. And what a weight off your shoulder that would be. And a lot of people think this is going to make you lazy, but it's not. If anything, this is going to give you a why. This is going to motivate you to get up in the morning. And people who actually come from this foundation are some of the most productive, some of the most wealthy, some of the most influential people in the world. When they take care of themselves first, they get happy first and understand that they don't need anything to be happy, and then go out in the world and move from that place. Wow, when you're on that frequency of love, things happen faster. More people that are in that frequency come into your life. Money comes pouring in. So many things happen when you come from that place. So how do you simplify your life? We'll give you a strategic thing. Number one is I would get rid of stuff that no longer serves you. I travel now. I'm on the road a lot. I'm actually about to move house in rental house, Airbnb, in like 2 days. And we just have a few suitcases with all of our stuff. You know, we don't have a ton of stuff. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't like some of the stuff I have. It doesn't mean that I don't need certain things. I certainly do, but I have never felt more free than the day I decided I was gonna move and I started getting rid of a lot of my stuff. In fact, I put them on the Facebook Marketplace and gave a lot of my stuff away for free. I even gave away like a $300 watch for free because I could go through the trouble of selling this, but what if I just gave it to someone? You know, how easy would that be? How much of a burden would that be? And I got rid of all of this stuff, and I have to tell you, it was the lightest. It was the best I had felt in a long time because you attach yourself to your things. You get one car, you're just gonna want a shinier, better car later. You get one house, you're just gonna want a bigger and more spacious and shinier house later. It doesn't matter the things you have, and you'll realize very quickly that when you release a lot of the things you're holding on to in your life, that you're gonna feel a lot better because you are mentally attached to those things. Clear out your attic. Clear out your basement. Donate clothes that you're not using but someone else could get use out of. And you will find that you are so much more clear, so much more happy. And something that another mentor of mine said, and I love this exercise, he says, if the thing is not a 10, get rid of it, donate it, give it away. And what that means is, if you look at the thing and go, okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do I love this thing? How excited about this thing am I? If it's a 5, if it's an energetic 5, why are you holding on to it? If when you look at that thing, you get the energy of 5 out of 10, 50%, why do you still have that thing? It doesn't serve you. You probably don't even look at it that often. So get rid of the things that are not, maybe you can keep the 9s as well, but not in that upper echelon of energetic happiness that they bring you. For example, my computer is a 10 because it helps me to live my life in the way that I want to live. It helps me to create these videos. It helps me to impact the world in a positive way. It helps me bring in money doing something I love. So for me, when I think about that, I'm like, oh my God, that's a 10. Same with my camera. I think about my camera and I'm like, oh my God, I love my camera because of think of how much my camera allows me to do. There's so much enthusiasm and excitement about that, so I wouldn't get rid of that. But I even right now could think of certain clothing I have or certain things I have, and we're about to move, so we're gonna purge a lot of stuff in a way. I think about it and go, those aren't 10s. So I'm not even gonna hesitate. I'm not gonna be like, oh, the memories, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm going to donate them, get rid of them, or just not have them because they're not 10s. And when they're not 10s, guys, they're not serving you and they're actually dragging your energy down and your happiness down. So you can simplify things by just donating or getting rid of things that no longer serve you. Guys, at the end of the day, life is actually very simple. And the more complex you get with life, the more you complicate things, the more things you have, the bigger space, the blah, 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 the more just stressful that it gets. And it's not to say you can't have these things, but if you're gonna have something, make sure you actually want it. Make sure you're not doing it because someone outside of you told you that's what you need to have. You need to have a big house. You need to have a big car. You need to have a freaking tank. No, you need to have a nice car. You need to have $1 billion in your bank account like this one client my mentor had thought. He had $700 million and he couldn't be appreciative for that because he was thinking about like, I'm not going to be happy. I want to be worth something when I have $1 billion. I need to be worth $1 billion. I mean, that's at a high level ludicrous, but that is how it works, even at that level. And you go like, oh, I wouldn't do that. But no, you will unless you cultivate this mentality. So start, again, simplifying your life because then it's going to allow you to go more inward. Then it is going to have you so that you're not distracting yourself with these external things. You can sit with yourself and then finally realize in those moments of silence, finally realize when you're actually giving more time and more love to yourself that your happiness comes from within you, not from anything outside of you. All right, guys, thank you so much for this video. I don't know why I said that. You're welcome for this video. Now, you know what? Thank you for this video. Thank you for allowing me to create things like this for you. I really do appreciate it. Anyway, in the comments, I want you to tell me what are some ways you simplified your life and what are the results? Have you maybe gotten rid of stuff that you no longer needed? Have you maybe downgraded a house or a living space that you're in so that you don't have as much space to worry about? Let me know in what ways you've simplified your life in the past and what the results of that were. I'm really, really curious to hear about that. All right, guys, so let that be known in the comments down below. I would love to interact with you down there, get the community involved. Where's my notification gang app, by the way? You can let me know that too. Anyway, guys, as always, I love you. I really want to see the best for you, and I'll see you in the next video.